Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we will explore SPDR S&P 500 ETF in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Friday, the 27th of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with a more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and activate the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analyses. You won't want to miss any important updates that could influence your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Utilize the capabilities of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one of 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be regarded as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this period. The ETF has undergone natural fluctuations, resulting in a gain of 4.02%. This equates to an average return of 0.17% per day since it was classified as hold or accumulate. A score of 0 suggests that our system forecasts high volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. Considering the latest developments, we cannot predict the ETF's next direction, as it could move in either direction. The exchange-traded fund is positioned within a robust upward trend in the short term, indicating that further growth is expected. The analysis over the past 3 months suggests a potential increase of approximately 16.75% in the upcoming 3 months, with anticipated returns ranging from 9.42% to 19.04%. Examining the longer-term outlook, our 12-month assessment points to a projected change of around 4.67%. Our calculations indicate that the stock's performance could fluctuate between negative 14.44% and positive 6% over the next year. In practical terms, this suggests a future price range of between $526.10 and $651.79. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline, SPDR S&P 500 ETF downgraded from strong buy candidate to hold accumulate after Friday trading session. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price increased by nearly 0.5% on the last trading day, rising from $611.87 to $614.91. It has now seen gains for 5 consecutive days. It will be interesting to observe whether it can maintain this upward trend or take a brief pause in the coming days. During the last trading session, the ETF fluctuated by 0.91%, reaching a low of $610.83 and a high of $616.42. The price has risen in 6 out of the last 10 days and is up by 1.85% over the past 2 weeks. Trading volume also increased on the last day, with 15 million more shares traded than the previous day, marking a positive technical sign. In total, 86 million shares changed hands for approximately $52.67 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $616.42, and the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price stands 0.24% or $1.51 below the 52-week high of $616.42, which is also the all-time high for the ETF. The Standard & Poor's 500 and Nasdaq have closed at record highs, marking a significant milestone for the markets as of June 27, 2025. This surge is indicative of renewed investor optimism, particularly as the Standard & Poor's 500 ended the week with a 3.4% gain, snapping a 2-week losing streak. Analysts are noting that the index has room to climb even higher this year. Driven by improving earnings forecasts and a favorable economic backdrop, recent reports highlight a potential shift in mortgage lending practices, with homebuyers soon able to use cryptocurrency assets in applications, a move that could attract a wider range of investors to the market. Moreover, the entire Treasury yield curve has slid below the current federal funds rate, a shift that typically supports higher stock prices by making borrowing cheaper. However, geopolitical tensions, including halted trade talks with Canada, have surfaced against this backdrop of market highs. While these factors may introduce short-term volatility, The long-term outlook remains generally positive as investor sentiment is buoyed by expectations of solid earnings growth and stable economic conditions. Overall, the combination of elevated market performance, evolving financial practices, and improving economic indicators suggests that the trajectory of the Standard & Poor's 500 is poised for potential upward momentum in both the short and long term. The following signals have been identified for SPDR S&P 500 Exchange-Traded Fund. The SPDR S&P 500 Exchange-Traded Fund holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, providing a positive forecast for the fund. Additionally, a general buy signal is indicated by the relationship between these two signals, with the short-term average positioned above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, support can be expected from the levels at $604.66 and $593.62. A decline below either of these levels would trigger sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Monday, April 21, 2025, and since then, it has experienced a rise of 19.62%. Further increases are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Furthermore, a buy signal is also present from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Volume is increasing alongside the price, which is regarded as a positive technical signal. Here are some additional signals that you might find intriguing. Moving Average Convergence Divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 48 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 1 day ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 6 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 45 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 41 days ago. Examining the 12-month chart, we observe short moving average, buy signal from 46 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 34 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages reveals a buy signal from 23 days ago. For more signals, please visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF is testing a support level, because if this level is broken, the ETF may then fall to the next support level. In this case, SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. If this level is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. In general, the ETF tends to exhibit very controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk is considered very low in this ETF. During the last day, the ETF moved $5.58 between high and low, or 0.91%. For the last week, the ETF has had a daily average volatility of 0.86%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. There is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, indicating that the ETF could rise quickly under the right conditions. In this scenario, you might consider entering a position and using volume as a guide for when to exit. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF faces its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it could serve as a good entry point with the expectation of a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $592.28, reflecting a decrease of 3.68%. This exchange-traded fund experiences very low daily fluctuations, resulting in minimal risk. Moreover, there is a buy signal indicated by a pivot bottom identified 47 days ago. Is the SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good investment option? The SPDR S&P 500 holds several positive indicators. However, we do not find these signals strong enough to recommend it as a buy at this time. Currently, it is more suitable to consider this ETF as a hold or accumulate position while we await further market developments. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical analysis, we have adjusted our evaluation from a strong buy to a hold or accumulate recommendation since our last assessment. After reviewing the volatility and price movements from the previous trading day, our analysis suggests that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Monday, the 30th of June, We anticipate that the SPDR S&P 500 ETF will open lower by 86 cents, starting the day at $614.05. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decisions on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you agree to take responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? We invite you to comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With best regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.